Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson is apologizing to Congressman Jason Chaffetz after the Secret Service violated federal privacy laws and improperly accessed his personal files. He had applied to become an agent back in 2003 and was turned down. Chaffetz was leading the investigation into recent scandals at the agency, an investigation which continues. Today, anyway, the details were released in a new Inspector General's report, including an email from Assistant Director Ed Lowry to a colleague stating, quote, some information that he might find embarrassing needs to get out, just to be fair. Well, Service Director Joe Clancy says he was unaware of the privacy breach in that case, and anyone who committed misconduct will be held accountable. U.S. Congressman Chaffetz is the head of the Government Oversight Committee right now, and he joins us now from Capitol Hill. What do you make of this skullduggery?
It's a little bit scary. You know, I think they're demonstrating, the Secret Service, why we've been conducting an investigation for the last couple of years, because we're concerned about the culture, what they do and what they don't do in the Secret Service. And but, you know, this is totally inappropriate, and I worry that if they're doing this to me, what are they doing to other people?
What do you make of your possibly next Speaker of the House and Republican leader, Kevin McCarthy, going on Sean Hannity the other night and basically saying the strategy of the leadership has been successful in regard to using the Benghazi hearings to bring down Hillary Clinton's voting numbers, her poll numbers? To say it's part of a strategy, that's what grabbed me. Why would he want to say that publicly? I don't get the politics of that statement.
I'm very supportive of Kevin McCarthy, but those statements are just absolutely inappropriate. They should be withdrawn. Mr. McCarthy should apologize. I think it was absolutely wrong. It's not. Once upon a time, it was myself and Trey Gowdy that were working on the Benghazi effort. It's grown and expanded because we want to get to the truth, and that's the reason that we're involved and engaged in. There's still too many unanswered questions. We want to answer those questions, but to suggest that there was any sort of political motivation is absolutely, it's not fair to Mr. Gowdy. It's not fair to myself, and most importantly, it's not fair to those four families who lost those loved ones. That's not why we're doing this.
Congressman, do you want him to recant?
I think he should withdraw that statement. I think he needs to express how wrong it was, and it was never the intention. It's not what we're doing, and I think this statement is totally wrong.
What do you make of the mother who came forward and said the picture that was used to attack Planned Parenthood by the pro-life forces was actually a shot of hers after 19 weeks of pregnancy? It had nothing to do with Planned Parenthood. What do you make of that acknowledgement?
I don't know many details about that. The hearing that we held was about the financing of Planned Parenthood. We tried not to get into the videos, and I have not reviewed the details of that picture.
Well, it's astounding for the mother to say it had nothing to do with Planned Parenthood, and yet it was used by Carly Fiorina, and I thought if she believed in it, an appropriate attack on Planned Parenthood, but it was not accurate. It had nothing to do with Planned Parenthood, and she was misinformed. Isn't that important to try to find out why that happened?
I have not been involved in that in any way, shape, or form. You're bringing this to my attention. It's the first time I've heard that. We have been looking at the finances of how Planned Parenthood is funded. That's where I have focused my attention.
Well, you missed Hardball 2 nights ago, sir, and you have a perfect right to miss it, but we covered it thoroughly. Please check the tapes. Thank you so much, Jason Chaffetz.